Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a beginner's guide to improve in Valorant and other tactical shooters, maybe even some normal FPS games. We have a lot to talk about, so let's just get straight into it. So the first thing I want to talk about before I even get into any gameplay is playing comfortably. This is more important than a lot of people think, and I mean it in a couple different ways. Make sure that your setup is comfortable. I know some people who are on a tiny desk, in bad chairs, or even move around on laptops. If you can, you want a good desk with a comfy chair and all the equipment you need to make you feel comfortable. Change your sensitivity. This might take a bit of playing to get used to, but I'm sure that there's a better sensitivity for you. I know way too many people who just use the default sensitivity and get used to that, and that is not the way to do it. Luckily, Valorant has a firing range where you can change and test sensitivity very easily. I play at 0.36 sensitivity with 800 DPI, and just over a month ago while playing Apex, I had my sensitivity at 6, which was higher than default, and 1800 DPI. Some of my friends also have very high sensitivity because just like me, they came from console, using a controller, where having a higher sensitivity is better in a lot of games. But on mouse and keyboard, I would almost say the lower the better. I could spend a whole video explaining sensitivity and such, and we're actually going to be coming back to it in a bit. If you'd like to see a video on sensitivity and aim, let me know in the comments. The last part about playing comfortably is finding the right character. This comes with time of playing and observing all the characters, but Valorant has also made this very easy. By going into the firing range and pressing F2, you can switch between all the characters so that you can try them all out. And if you press F1, you can actually see a HUD of all of their abilities. This applies during the match as well. Second point, making time to practice. Making time to practice is huge. By practice, I don't mean to go and play more, which does help obviously. But taking time to focus specifically on other aspects of the game is very important. Spend some time warming up, practice movement, practice aim. To help you practice aim, do drills in the firing range, use an aim trainer, and make sure to mix in crouching and strafing just like you would in a normal match. Again, I could make a whole video on aiming and how I improved so much in the last few months, so if you would like to see that, please leave a comment. Learn all weapons and abilities. Understanding every character's abilities, even if you don't play that character, could really help you understand how to play against those characters. I know some people that got the key and jumped straight into a match, picked the first character that caught their eye, and still haven't gotten off of that character. And again, by pressing F2 in the firing range, you can switch to other characters, including ones you don't have unlocked. Watch top level players. This might seem strange, and you might think that you're already doing that, so you must be practicing a ton, right? Yes, but also no. You watching your favorite Valorant Twitch streamer and saying PogChamp when they get a kill isn't what I meant. When watching a top level player, pay attention to the callouts they make, the characters they have working together, and where they are on the map. Try to analyze how they play and try to figure out what they're doing that brings them to the next level. Then, find out what you could be doing better based off of that. We're just about halfway through the video, so if you guys are enjoying it or finding any of this useful, please leave a like. I was originally planning on making this video for Apex Legends, but that was before Valorant had come out, and I was not expecting to get the key as soon as I did. So if you would still be interested in that, let's try to get this video to just 10 likes. I know we can do it, and I know it would benefit some people since Apex Season 5 is right around the corner and will also help out a lot in other games too. Communication. The next topic we are talking about is communication. This is something that is important in all games, but especially in Valorant. So learning all the callouts is the first thing you can do to improve your comms. Some comms to focus on learning are locations, characters, weapons, and abilities. Pinging is something that almost no one uses, and when I saw that Valorant had this, I was amazed. Pinging is one of the most useful comms in the game. By using the proper pings, this tells your team what to look out for and where exactly to look. On top of that, when you ping a location, it actually says the location callouts under the ping. By pressing your ping button, it should send out a normal ping, but if you press and hold, you should get a wheel of options that could come in handy. Also, by looking at the map and clicking on a location, this also pings, and this can be done even while you're dead. On top of that, you can also ping while inside of Cypher's camera and Sova's owl drone. Squads. This is very simple. This game is in squads. Work with your team if you can. Play or find people that you do well with and they do well with you. If you guys have good synergy, then you guys will ladder off of each other in skill, and you can teach each other. Money management. This one is also pretty short because if I were to go into detail, then it would be too difficult. But if you guys want a guide on money management, I'd probably make one. But pretty much the basics of it is to know what to buy and when to buy it. I see a lot of people full buying when their team is saving, or keep buying a Vandal over and over, then dying with it. There are a lot of aspects that go into this, but as long as you communicate with your team on what and when to buy, this could be very easy. Just remember, communicate with the team. Save together, buy together. Know how to save. Saving doesn't mean buy nothing and just plan on dying with a classic. When I save, I usually buy a ghost, maybe some armor, just because I know I will do better with a ghost, meaning that I actually have a chance of getting a kill. Think of where you're going on the map, or what playstyle you're going to be using before just buying any weapon. If you plan on rushing, don't buy an op, but if you plan on rushing into mid, don't buy a shotgun. Balance the weapons out depending on how many players are normally going there and how open the part of that map is. Mentality. Last and most importantly, mentality. All of the tips in this guide will help you out in some way if you are a beginner. But if your mentality isn't good, then neither will you be. Learning to not rage is a huge part that holds back so many players. I understand that we're all human, but raging usually leads to rage quitting. That isn't helping anyone. Know that no matter how hard you feel like you're trying right now, it will still take time to pick up on all of these tips. Game sense is something that also comes with time and is very important on understanding how your enemies think. The more you play, the better you get. I know that that kind of contradicts what I said earlier, but playing more will almost always help you improve, even though there might also be ways to improve faster by focusing on one thing at a time. All of these things come into play constantly, and this is just the surface. Just remember, play comfortably, make time to practice, communicate, work with your team, manage your money, keep a solid mentality. Separately from just Valorant, what I'm about to say can apply to pretty much anything. Don't try to be good or go pro. Try to improve. If you enjoyed this video, then I'm glad. If we can get 10 likes, I'll make the same video, but for Apex, and maybe some other games after that, like Smash Melee. Please share this video, and if it gets over 100 views, then I will try to make an intermediate level guide. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Peace out.
How the fuck did he kill me? That makes no fucking sense. If I shit him, ah! I fucking hit him. He hit me once.
Dude, keep him there. Dude, keep him there.
One enemy remaining.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucking.